Degloirespace signing in. The last long video we filmed was about being selfish. Funny enough, yesterday when I was at work, an older gentleman, he's been working for over 20 something years at this same company. And he's come to the end of his career. He's close to his retirement. And slowly the hierarchy are pushing him into that. So they told him that next year, look, the position that you're in next year is better given to somebody who's younger, and we want to, help push the younger generation into those higher up positions. Now it makes absolute sense. The problem is, from his perspective, is they're just basically going to be putting him aside, and for the remaining part of his career, slowly pushed into oblivion. He was once somebody who everybody depended on, and now, you know what? No. And he had some demands that he wants to make to the people in power. He wants to have a role that's worthy of him. He's worked for so long. He has a lot of experience. He has a lot of, knowledge about his field. They told him he's going to be kind of like a mentor, but we all have seen this before, that these people that become mentors, they're not really mentors. Most of the younger people that don't know him, they're just new to the company. They don't really okay, cool, give us 2-3 days and that's it. This goes back to how he was raised. When he was raised, he was told, back in those days, he's in his 60s. He was told, find a good company, be loyal to it, and don't be selfish, don't be overly pushy in your career, be happy with your safety net, all those old school things. And now, as he's come to this age, the inevitable is happening. That's it. You've served your time now. You're not that useful anymore. And anything you do, somebody else can and will do. I've had people at my work who passed away, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's like they never existed. I've had people who were once very important, and now it's like they never were there. There's an element of selfishness that we need. We need to put ourselves first. We need to say, hey, what serves me? Because you know what? Sooner or later, that system that you're serving, they're not placing you first, okay? They don't have your best interest. They have the company's best interest. And that's fine. It's actually not wrong. If you were the boss, I would tell you that's what you need to do. You need to have the company's best interest. And you shouldn't be bitter about it. You should just understand that that's just the way it goes. But knowing that that's the way it goes, you should be preparing for that. You should know, okay, I need to put myself first, because sooner or later, I'm not gonna have a role to play. Sooner or later, any role that I deem important is gonna be lost. One day it's somebody that you see, the next day it's gonna be you. You're all happy and excited, I just got this new promotion, whatever. You know what? Sooner or later, that's gonna be you who's gonna be watching somebody else do it. And it's not wrong, it's just the cycle of life, but you need to prepare for it mentally so that it doesn't defeat you, so that you don't feel like I'm a waste. All my years that I've given to this place and now they've just thrown me away. Isn't that the same thing that happens with relationships, with friendships? You've been somebody's friend for so many years, and then something happens and then you're pushed aside. You've been in a relationship with somebody for so many years, and then they find somebody else, or they don't want you anymore, and that's it, you're pushed to the side. You're no longer that important person. You're no longer the person she grabs the phone, first person she'll message, she'll empty her calendar for you. You're not that person anymore. And of course, I understand that there's a lot of people online who give you tactics about what to do so that you're not, she always prioritizes you. Look, you can keep playing that game over and over again, make her want you, make her want you, make her, or vice versa, make him want you. But eventually it's gonna come to a halt. Sometimes, you know what, you might stop playing that game because something else happens in your life and you're no longer able to concentrate on that game. You might get sick. You might have something that drains you mentally. Somebody in your family might get sick. You don't know what's gonna pop up that's gonna push you to not play that game anymore. So you can keep postponing it and keep avoiding to face the fact that you too will become like that flower that grows, blooms, and is so beautiful, and then the winter comes. That winter will come. And this is not pessimistic, it's reality. And it's not a harsh reality if you have prepared for it. It's a harsh reality when the winter comes and you're like, where did this come from? That's when it becomes difficult. So what to do? Firstly, learn to be selfish in the positive way. And refer to this video up here somewhere. You'll find that in that video, we speak in depth about what it means to be selfish in a good way versus selfish in a not so good way. And if your approach to life is holistic, if your approach to life is that you can't leave things out, this is the channel for you, because we don't like to leave things out here. We want to address life as a whole, not as fragments and sections. Welcome to the channel. That selfishness is going to give you clarity as to what you want. What you want as an ego, as a person who is living their life, they have plans, they have goals. What do you want? And it's important to go on the path of what you want, because the more convinced you are of your life, the more you're able to grow. Whether you succeed or fail, that doesn't matter. Just be convinced in what you're doing. That is a lot better than being successful and not being convinced in what you're doing. Secondly, observe, observe, observe. When you're at work, when you're looking at relationships, have a look around. See what's happening to people. And don't be that person who says, oh, that can happen to others, won't happen to me. We're all human. We are all linked in a way. If it can happen to somebody else, it can happen to me. This is what it means to be humble. Humble means, hey, everything could be great in my life. And then it doesn't go that way anymore. You know, it comes to mind, there was a singer back in the 70s and 80s. His name was Teddy Pendergrass. And he was at the top of his game. And one day, at the top of his game, it all came to a halt. Still alive, but paralyzed. Sad story, look it up. From being at the top of the world to being unable to move. I like giving extreme scenarios as examples because we can learn from them. They hit. If I tell you, oh, there was a guy who was working and then they fired him, yeah, you know what, it won't mean nothing to you. You'll be like, yeah, all right, cool. But if you see somebody right at the top of the game, this person, all the ladies like him, he's at the top of the charts, he's relevant, and then while he was at that point, boom. So the reason I say observe, make it a habit to observe. See, how are other people treating other people when they are getting older? How are they treating people when they are not as useful? Because sooner or later, the way they're treating those people, they will treat you. And you know what? It's a very good filter to meet good people, because you will find people who they will keep their humanity. They will keep their compassion. They understand. For example, that man that I was telling you about earlier on, yep, he's leaving work or he's getting closer to retirement. Maybe he's got a few years on him. And there are people who, now that they see that he's going down in the ranks, they won't talk to him anymore. Those people are rubbish. Even if you are close to them, you just know, how can you treat another person like that? It tells you what kind of person you are. And you know, there is no exception. They're treating you nicely right now because you got momentum behind you. Rather, look at the people that even when somebody falls, even when somebody's waning, they're still compassionate towards that person. They're still understanding. They're still, you understand it's a cycle of life. Like, hey, doesn't matter how famous some of our favorite actors were. Like, I used to love Arnold Schwarzenegger, I still do. And, right now he's being made a meme. To a lot of people, make fun of him and such like that. In my youth, that was unheard of. There's Arnold. Like, you don't make like Arnold. Like, that's Arnold. Like, he's funny. He's charming. He's top of his game. And now I see the new generation don't care. They don't care about Michael Jackson the way that we did. And that's fine. You got to see that even these people that we once looked up to, and they are no longer the highlight. And just as those people are no longer the highlight, one day you're not going to be the highlight either. And through observation, get it into your consciousness that, hey, that's fine. Maybe give aside a few moments of your day where you become unimportant. Just sit down, don't talk. Let things just pass. Give yourself maybe 10 minutes of doing that. Maybe watch nature. Just watch how it just keeps going. It doesn't care whether you have problems or not. It's going to keep going. And then that will get you to start seeing that cycle that is inevitable. And if you accept it elsewhere, perhaps you'll accept it in yourself. And then you can balance between I'm important and I'm not important. I'm important and I'm not important. We don't want to go into the other extreme. I'm not important at all. You know, I'll just throw everything away. We don't jump into that kind of extreme. Degloirespace, signing out.